Hey everyone, I'm Jerry Bambi here in Bangui, Morocco, welcoming you to this special episode of Inspire Africa. On this episode, we talk NBA basketball, but wait, not quite about the American NBA League. Instead, one of such for the very best basketball talent across Africa. The Junior NBA program and OCP Group, a world leader in the phosphate industry, in an effort to teach life skills and empower youths across Morocco and Rwanda, are tapping into what they've called the transformative power of basketball.
Here in Kurigbai town, 120 kilometers away from the famous Moroccan city of Casablanca, a project launch is taking place. These young Moroccans now have the opportunity to play basketball in this new court and be equipped with the necessary skills to someday compete at the continental level. Something that's been made possible by the NBA Junior Program's partnership with the OCP. According to OCP, matches will be played throughout the year, and about 1,000 children would benefit from what they call clinic training sessions.
You know, each country in Africa, you know, is good enough to field a World University Games or World Games or Pan-American Games or Olympic Games. But it requires each country to say, you know, let's build our facilities, you know, so we can have a place for kids to go. And this is governmental out here in Africa. If you start that, then, you know, kids will have a place to go, just like building this court right here. Now kids have a place to gather, and they'll play basketball, and they'll learn, and they'll come out, and they'll get better because of it.
For Amadou Gallo Fall, president of the Basketball Africa League, Moroccan and youths across the continent now have much to aspire to.
Our young people across Africa can see the NBA through African lenses by looking at these role models who are excelling. The Toronto Raptors winning the NBA championship this year with Masai Ujiri from Nigeria, the president of that team who put it together is Pascal Siakam from Cameroon, Serge Ibaka from Congo, you know, and a host of other, you know, coaches on the bench.
The Junior NBA says its league's global youth program partnership with the OCP will see Rwanda as the next destination for the launch of the Junior NBA Kigali League.
It is now the second day of the launch of this project, and all roads have led to this place, the Cell Covert Omnisports Center in Bangui. Here, this group of boys and girls are getting excited ahead of a basketball session with 10-time NBA All-Star Ray Allen. But the excitement is one that would last longer than a match.
Here in this newly built basketball court in Bangui and another in Enakda Kuribga, Moroccan youths from these communities can learn and grow their skills in the basketball sport, and in fact would have some of their other talents supported.
The atmosphere in the court is ecstatic, and to cheer them once again, our project partners led by chairman of the OCP Group, Mustafa Terab. Some of them share with us some of their dreams.
Since childhood, I always had the will to practice the sport, but I didn't even know what it was called. Then I discovered it was basketball. I still loved it, and I find it is my passion.
Tell me, who is your favorite basketball player?
I love Kyrie Irving.
All right, and now he plays for the Boston Celtics, right?
Yeah.
So do you want to become a basketball star later in future?
Why not?
Kita Matungulu is director of NBA operations in Africa. He tells us about his experience.
It's exciting. Every time you go and have a new crop of players that want to play basketball, for me it's super exciting because I'll see them today, and over the period of the time, as we grow the program and they start practicing, they get better. It's truly a joy to see that development.
The Junior NBA says its league's global youth program partnership with OCP will see Rwanda as the next destination for the launch of the Junior NBA Kigali League.
And now with me is Will Mbekop, a Cameroonian-born sports business expert. Will is the senior director of the global marketing partnership for the NBA. Will, a pleasure having you with us. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
All right. So, Will, to begin with, why the choice of the promotion of basketball for Moroccan youths and indeed for Africa?
Well, the promotion of basketball is, as you say, it's Pan-African actually. So Morocco has a big tradition in basketball, and the supreme leader here, obviously the King of Morocco, has truly stated that sports will be key to the development of youth in the Kingdom of Morocco. So we truly believe in his vision, and in partnership with OCP, we recently launched a groundbreaking partnership with Mr. Terab, the chairman of OCP, and we're pretty proud of it. You know, we have a great feedback from people on the ground, both on the boys and the girls side. People are super excited about it, and people are willing to embrace the program and take what sports has to give, meaning the values of the game of basketball to develop youth.
Will, youth population in Africa is estimated to be at over 60%. Many of those youths face uncertainties with employment opportunities and their careers. When you say the transformative power of basketball, what does it mean for the African youth?
I think it's mean that sports is more than a game. Obviously, the obvious one when we think of the transformative power of sport is how it's going to help youth develop characters, you know, using the value of the game, such as tolerance, respect, hard work, determination, etc., etc. Those values are things that you can embrace and you can instill as a coach, as a basketball coach. And if the kids receive it well and they understand it, obviously it's things that they can take beyond the basketball court. So the positive social impact of sports is something that I believe most of people would agree with. But from my perspective, we need to go one step further. We need to understand that the sports industry worldwide is 4% of the world GDP. So it's a lot of wealth, right? And Africans today, they play a role, but usually on the basketball court or on the football pitch. I'd love to have more African playing a role as coaches, as marketeer, as events manager, as agents. All of the different jobs are available within the industry, because I believe that the sports industry is actually a huge opportunity for growth for Africa. So those kids willing to go abroad, if we have opportunity for them locally, I'm sure they're going to embrace those opportunities and they can become great sports doctor, sports lawyers. You know, all of those can be opportunity for them for tomorrow.
And I like that you mentioned, kids choosing to go abroad, or African youths who are deciding to take their careers abroad. And that will bring me to this question. For many African youths, going abroad to trade their skills is priority. What could be done to make sports so viable for them here on the continent, for them to remain, for them to stay here to apply their trade?
Yeah, look, it's a great question. I think what should be done, the answer, there's no magic formula, obviously, but I think everybody would agree that we need to create opportunities locally. No human in this planet would love to leave their family behind and go miles away to make a living. In an ideal world, you want to work locally, next to your parents, next to your friends, and be happy with them. You know, so in an ideal world, I think if we could develop public and private partnerships, you know, making sure that the public do their job from an infrastructure standpoint, legislation standpoint, regulation standpoint, and also help those entrepreneurs, because Africa is big in entrepreneurship, and Africa is one of the most innovative platforms ever, but people just don't know it. So if we can combine those two, you know, the public and private could combine and deliver great partnerships, I think we could then develop opportunities for youth locally.
All right, as you can see, gathered beside me here are some of the young players from the NBA team dunk performance, and they're getting briefed just before a basketball match. All right, it's been a great pleasure meeting some of these talented and skilled players, and I can't but wish them the best with their dreams and their careers. You can see more from this week's episode on Africanews.com and Euronews.com/Inspire Africa. So, from Bangui, Morocco, I am Jerry Bambi saying thank you for watching the show and see you again.
As seen on Visiter l'Afrique, this picture of a passenger in the green fields was taken in Mozambique. And here the message could not be clearer. Say no to xenophobia and all forms of discrimination.